At a press conference in the past 30 minutes, D.C. police announced a 15-year-old, just 15, has been arrested and charged for the murder of a Lyft driver last year. 31-year-old Nasrat Ahmad Yar was driving for the rideshare platform when he was shot. Yar was rushed to the hospital, but he did not survive.
Nest camera video sent to WSA 9 from the night of the shooting, you see it there, shows 4 boys running from the scene. Our Matthew Torres is live at police headquarters where that press conference just wrapped up.
And Matthew, what more are we learning about this teen who was charged?
Well, certainly this was a big update to a big case we closely followed last summer. Not only was it a major story, not just because of who died, but because this was at a time when concerns about youth carjackings intensified last year. So about 30 minutes ago, D.C. police announced they arrested that 15-year-old boy from Northeast today for the shooting death of 31-year-old Nasrat Ahmad Yar, who was a Lyft driver from Alexandria. Chief Smith says he had just dropped off passengers the early morning hours of Monday, July 3rd of last year when young people approached him, and at some point they then ran away from the scene. And we saw that from surveillance video that the Chief Smith says was instrumental in helping track down this young gunman. Now this came just about a year, this was July of last year, and so for several months the family really has been trying to find out more answers. I just got off the phone with them. They say they are relieved about this, but of course it's not enough to fill the gap of losing a loved one. But certainly this has been a trying time for the D.C. Police Department, just trying to get any clues, and they finally were able to make an arrest today.
There are still several outstanding suspects who were involved in this tragedy, and we encourage anyone with information on those suspects to come forward. The reckless actions of these teens cost a man's life and shattered a family just starting out on their journey in this country. No arrest will be able to make them whole, but today's news sends a message loud and clear to those looking to introduce guns on our streets. Our detectives do not rest until the reckless actions like this are met with severe consequences.
Now, when I asked him how many more people they are searching for, he couldn't give me an exact number, but obviously from that surveillance video, we know there were several other people with this suspect. He also couldn't say what the criminal background, if there is one, for this 15-year-old suspect. Ahmad Yar was an Afghan interpreter for the U.S. Army Special Forces for many years. We spoke to several of his friends who just commended his actions. He left Afghanistan after the Taliban takeover to come here to the U.S. to start a new life, and I remember interviewing the family last year. They say he wanted to pick up more hours for Lyft so he can pay for rent that night, despite his wife telling him to just stay home. Guys?
Such a tragedy, and hopefully this one arrest will be one step forward in them being able to close the chapter. And I know, Matthew, that D.C. police said that the camera footage, that surveillance footage, was key to being able to help them track down this suspect.
And people letting them know what they know.
Yeah.
And there's still more people out there, so we can only hope they let them know more.
Important in this case and so many others. Matthew, thank you.